Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Chaindebrief podcast with me, Yusof and Jacky. Today we'll be talking about
China. Let's go.
So Jacky, you read out about China already, right?
I think I'm more well-versed than me.
Me. Okay,
Although I did spend a year in China, but that was like a long time ago, 2011.
Okay, I've never been to China,
Okay.
but I read a lot about China because they're like the fastest growing superpower in the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so recently China, they reopened their COVID policies.
Yes.
So they're letting people back out, letting people spend money. So what's been happening actually, right? Like a quick recap, is that people are trying to buy stuff,
Yeah.
but there's no money to buy.
What do you mean?
Because they have money, it's in the bank,
Yeah.
right? But then, like when they want to take out money from the bank, right, the bank doesn't have enough money. Or when they want to take loans, right,
Yeah.
the bank cannot lend them money because there's no money to issue loans.
Okay.
So, for example, I believe last week,
Yeah.
4.9 trillion yuan was taken out in loans
Wow.
by the Chinese people
To buy stuff.
to buy stuff,
Okay.
right? But there's not enough money to get all these loans.
Okay, which
So
means
what?
the government has to step in.
Yeah, the government has to step in. So
Which they have.
they have.
Yeah.
They have this money. It's just like
They need to print
the
lah.
banks at the moment don't have the cash, I believe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But either way, what's happening is that the central bank is issuing this thing called reverse repo.
Okay.
So what they're doing is like they are lending money to the banks first. That usually it's a nominal interest rate. It's like something, but it's paid back after 7 days,
Yeah.
right? So they're injecting 92 billion US dollars
In liquidity, like.
in liquidity.
Yeah.
And this happened all in one day.
Yeah.
So who knows how much more they'll be injecting, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of people are saying that all this liquidity will be driven into like the stock market and like crypto and maybe commodities.
I mean, one of the stuff that I learned during the past 12 months, actually not 12 months, the last bull market, right, is that majority of the whole, how market moves, right, is basically how market follows liquidity. When the government is injecting a lot of liquidity, right, you will see the market move along with it.
It's like when the Fed issued all the money in the
The
COVID,
print money lah, yeah,
Yeah.
which is why we see, I mean, part of the reason why everything crashed is also like tightening of everything, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's one chart also that says that even though US is tightening up, over the past 1 month, right, net liquidity in the whole market went up because of China and Japan that is loosening up, and the net liquidity of that is that we went up actually.
But by tightening up, what do you mean? Is it like the US is trying not to trade so much, or is it like they are trying not to issue so much money?
Yeah.
They're trying not to issue too much.
Yeah.
But the net liquidity around the world or in like the United States?
The whole market lah.
The whole market.
Because if let's say US is tightening up, right, and then China and Japan is still issuing, printing money, right? So netted now, actually the graph went up. So there's a chart that I saw in February, the liquidity in the market actually went up, which means, actually, maybe that's why
It's more money pumping into the market. Like.
correct.
So Jacky, right, I did some research on you, right?
不要
You studied real estate in university.
that's what you're studying right now.
So you studied real estate in university. So,
Okay.
From my understanding, right, a lot of people in China they see like houses and real estate as their golden investment, right? So like something that they can buy for generations or like find an income stream from.
Yeah.
Right? So do you think that the money will actually pump into like the markets, or do you think like it will just go back to something like real estate, for example? So what's your thoughts on this?
That's a very good question. I don't know about it. No, but I think it will take some time. I don't think, even though there's so much liquidity that's being injected, actually I don't know how much is that liquidity. You're talking about like 92 billion or trillion, 9 billion, right?
In one day.
I don't know, I don't have a context whether it's that huge or like normal, just another day, right? So, even though if it's huge in relative to how much liquidity that they have been injecting, right? I don't think the market will straight away react to that much liquidity that fast. It'll take some time before like, you'll reach the people, the people who are able to spend, right? I think it's a bit of an overreaction, to be completely honest. I mean, we were talking about the China narrative, right? I mean, yes, the country is opening up. I think, China has been trying to push for more, to make sure that the market doesn't tank, right? And it can support the market. And I think especially also like Hong Kong, the last 2 days, 3 days, there have been words of them supporting the country being a crypto hub, right?
Yeah.
And people also did say like Hong Kong being able to openly say that they want to push for that, right? They must have the backing of China.
Oh, that's true.
Right? Because they can't openly say that without getting China's blessing, right?
Yeah.
So I think because of all of this, right, I
Like
think,
coalescence,
yeah,
huge
so
narrative.
so I think, the market is, front running all of this stuff that's going to happen. I actually, so one of the conversations that we have is so like, I was asking how do we actually read the market right now. I am 50-50 on it. I think there are like reasons to be bullish and bearish. Bullish because of China and Hong Kong and all those, right?
And AI coins.
And AI coins. Bearish because, recession is still a very big thing. Rates are still quite high. Companies are still cutting jobs.
Yeah.
The most recent news, Polygon let go of a fair bit of people.
20%.
So I don't know. I really don't know. I think both forces are trying to fight with each other. I think most likely it's a sideways kind of stuff. So whether or not there's narrative, I think if you're early, lucky, then maybe. So I think a lot of it is P2P, what they always say, right? And it's like a game, like if you're early, then good for you. But if not, then it's just gonna be a sideways thing. That's what I think, Yeah.
I mean, one thing that I've noticed, right? Because I was looking at this chart earlier on, and it shows that the last 4 months, right, the most crowded trade was actually longing the US dollar.
Yeah.
So the Dixie, the dollar index, right?
Yeah.
So like when the dollar index is like the most long thing,
Yeah.
usually it just means that everyone's risk off.
Yeah.
So they don't want to like enter the markets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually this month the most crowded trade has been China.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 30-40% of like smart money, right, is looking into investing long China stocks.
Yeah.
Right?
Which means you're late already, lah.
Yeah, which means you're late. But the thing is also, right, at the same time, like, it's not like the Chinese stocks, at least in like the New York Stock Exchange, right, have been moving by a lot.
Yeah.
The biggest one has been Baba by like 15%, like Alibaba, right?
More than that, from year to date, it's probably like a lot already.
Yeah, it's a lot. But like since the like this China narrative,
Yeah.
this we are just slow lah. The smart money front run us already.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it does signal that there's gonna be like more risk taking in the future. But I also feel like a lot of these narratives is just something that we create. And cause crypto is so like illiquid, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the times, like just a bit of money or just a bit of people can push these narratives like a long way.
Yeah.
And that brings it on to like another point I want to bring up. So like, recently there's been like some accusations of like these Twitter accounts that have been faking narratives. So like maybe they're not saying outright like, oh, China is going to buy, but they're saying like, oh, AI is the trend now.
Yeah.
This is the coin that I'm going to buy, or this is the coin with the most potential. Yeah, so it's like, and it's always some like small illiquid coin.
Yeah.
And then you can see like there's bumps, and then when they release it, then there's a huge thing, right? Like this whole Asia thing was like, it was pretty much started by GCR.
Yeah.
They talked about Asia being the next narrative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like in my head it's like, oh, the narrative play out already because the whole Korea go and
Done already, ma. Yeah.
Like, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Next week coin flux. Whoa.
Yeah. I feel like if you really want to make like a lot of money, one, I don't know how effective it is to join all those paid groups. Because I don't know how it works internally also. Two, if you're not in these paid groups, right? So I speak for myself, I'm not, right? And then all this stuff, when you hear about this narrative being played out already, right? It's late already. I feel like, wow, fuck me, I'm late already, right? So then I buy, then doesn't make sense. I'm gonna be the EL, right?
Yeah.
So then I don't.
Early to any of these narratives?
没有sia.
Not one.
No.
Like, okay, do you think
No.
you're early to a narrative right now?
Zero.
Not once, like
No,
GameFi,
zero.
like,
Last time. Yeah, for sure. So that time was Axie. Axie was I made a fair bit. Early Polygon, I also flip it a couple of bags. Then I flip to Axie. Then after that, flip to other stuff and then Tola, right?
Yeah.
So that was them, but I don't think those are like. It was less of a I want to jump into this narrative, but more of like, very interesting what they're doing, what they're building, and a lot of people are jumping into the product. And then I went to try out the product. Then I'm like, okay, I'm so yeah. So that was that, but I wouldn't. It wasn't more of like a I want to jump on a narrative. The same thing as right now, right? AI, I did not buy anything. I do not trust any of it.
Like the tokens or
The
like
tokens.
AI? Like you
AI,
scared the
yes.
AI come and attack you.
No. ChatGPT is fantastic.
Fantastic.
If ChatGPT has a token, I straight away buy right now. But all those AI tokens, right? I don't want to look at it.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like, I don't know. I don't buy it. Like I don't buy straight away.
And then you're not in for the narrative lah. You're like, you come here, you try.
I need to go and try. I'm like,
enjoy.
okay.
Yeah, you need to believe in it, then you buy lah.
Yeah, then if I believe in it, and then after that I bought it, then because of that I'm in that narrative, then that's a narrative for me lah, right? So AI I didn't. China, not really, but I did look at some of the China coin, the tokens that are linked to this narrative, right? Quite interesting, but I haven't pulled any plugs yet.
It's like even if you spot the narrative,
Yeah.
it's very hard to buy the correct token.
Yeah.
So like even for example this China thing, right?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna find conflux honestly?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You in your head, right? Like I saw the list.
Yeah.
Like, there's like VChain which does like LVMH China.
Yeah.
There's like Avalanche which partner with like China something.
Yeah.
And there's those with power with Baba and like TikTok.
Yeah.
But like who's gonna make those links?
Yeah, but I
And
mean
even if the list is wrong,
retrospectively, if you look back, right, it makes sense also why those are being selected, right?
it makes sense.
So I mean, you just have to do your research, I guess. Like is it Coinflux?
I think it's Coinflux.
Oh, Conflux.
I think it's
Conflux. Yeah. So I think year to date, 10x already, right?
Yeah.
I think I haven't have any backs or so. But when I read up on it, right, they say is the government supported one. The Shanghai government actually invested in them.
Oh, invested
In them.
only.
No. I could be wrong, but I read that they're invested by the Shanghai government. And then I was telling people about this app called Xiaohongshu.
Yeah. China.
My family uses it. I don't really use it because I don't research on what to buy, right? But apparently, Xiaohongshu is using a blockchain and it's powered by Conflux. Conflux, yeah. So it makes sense. And Xiaohongshu, if 2 or 3 people around me is like raving about it, then I'm like, wow, actually it's quite big. In somewhere in Singapore, right?
Do you think it's like we are later to the narratives now, right? Because we are not as excited about the market. Like that's one thing I've been thinking about. It's
probably.
Like, when I see like, for example, last time when I see like gaming becoming something, right, I would instantly dive into all the games and see. But now it's like even ChatGPT was like such an obvious AI call. Like in hindsight, of course it's always in hindsight.
So someone, this is a very interesting point because someone asked me about that also. I think for me is whether or not I'm less interested, no, but I am waiting for something that I can jump into and use as that big next narrative to me.
Yeah.
So when you tell me China is the narrative right now, what the fuck does that mean to me, you know? Like I cannot do anything about it.
You fly to China.
Right? So,
You drink cha.
and
You see it.
I can't do anything about it, right?
Xiaohongshu.
So then I was like, whatever lah, right?
Yeah.
So I dismissed it. It's not because I'm not interested, but I just couldn't.
It's not. You cannot connect your MetaMask to China.
Ah. Correct. And then AI, I only know about ChatGPT, or if let's say there's an AI token that comes out, right? What can I do with it?
True.
So, but different from the last bull market, right?
Last bull market is like you go play XC, then you buy the thing.
Yeah, and then you can do the DeFi style, you can farm all those, which means those are stuff that I'm still buying, which sounds like a boomer thing right now.
Then you go and earn stake, right? Then you like not enough salary.
Yeah.
Go and buy more.
Correct.
I've been going on Chin a lot more actually.
Yeah.
Just go and see stuff and then explore.
Yeah.
You see my old bags, those $1.
Wow, cannot. I still got one Mimo. Rap Mimo.
Oh, wonderful memory. Wonderful memory. You got a lot of claims, but all $1. So even if you got like 99% of supply, right, they only give you like 1 token for the claim.
So, like, I wouldn't be that lucky. I will be EL. Or I need to do it.
Fake rooms. We don't scout together.
But if you look at the best performers, right? The best obviously Conflux, right? Because 10x, right? The rest are like probably 2 to 3x.
Yeah, it's like quite man. 2 to 3x is a lot lah, but then like
it's a lot right now. Then I'm like, but if I go in, I might down 50% because I'm an EL, right? I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm okay
By
with
the
it.
way, EL means exit liquidity.
Exit liquidity. Basically, pump out already. I FOMO in, But actually, it's those people that are selling their bags to me,
Yeah.
and I'm holding the bag lah. I'm mostly the EL lah. So I think a lot of what I know about the world of Web3, right, in the past podcast that I mentioned, I started to buy again. So are we, for example, is something that I'm very excited. It's something that I still believe in. What other bags do I have? Metis. I spoke about it last time also.
Financial advice.
Not financial advice. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I understand what it does. I interacted with it. And I still believe in it. And I think when the time comes, it will still pump.
Do you think that these coins will be like good performers in the next bull market?
I don't know, sir. To be completely honest, because every bull market, right, there's gonna be
a new list of Ponzi's.
Yeah.
Right,
a new narrative, right? New narrative, new bags moving. So like last bull market was DeFi, then it moved to GameFi, and then after that moved to I don't know what else was there lah.
Yeah.
And then after that, so people are always moving. So I don't know what's the next big category, per se. It could be AI. Actually, I don't know. I mean, it could have been gone already, right?
That's true.
So
imagine if AI stays, right, and then China stays, right, and then Coinbase does another 100x from here.
Wow.
And then enters the top 10. And then we are like, we come back watching podcast and we just curse and swear ourselves the whole day.
Yeah. So, but might be interesting. The market cap for Conflux still okay. I think I was looking at 600 plus mil. So to answer your question, I don't know whether my bags will do well. But what I know is that I need to be comfortable holding my bags and I need to know what they do. So barring, any Black Swan event, I think should be okay.
Should be fine.
Yeah. Have you bought anything recently?
Me? Honestly, I've been trading a lot of on-chain shitcoins again.
Okay.
It's time. It's not a lot of liquidity, but it's really fun.
Okay.
And it's something that you need to get back into practice doing. You cannot just one day, the Ponzi's back again. I need to go and attack. Right? You need to slowly train. You lose or win a few $1,000 here and there.
Okay.
Then I've been spot mostly. I haven't done a lot of trading.
Yeah.
I've been mostly spot accumulating what I said before, what I write about in my articles.
Yeah.
And then
what's your biggest bag right now?
My biggest bag?
Yeah.
Honestly, right, outside of ETH, I think it's right now Phantom.
Oh, yeah. It's very strong.
It's very strong.
Damn it. Yeah, the price action very
also
strong. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to look at accumulating
it's
more.
It goes ETH, Phantom, Solana. So I very mid-curve one.
Okay.
I just do what the stats tell me.
Yeah.
So the stats tell me there's a lot of transactions on Phantom and Solana, right? I go and buy.
Yeah. Are there any new narrative that caught your attention recently?
Oh, I haven't been doing a lot of investigating. Usually, okay, so what I do, right, is usually I'm always late to narrative one.
Yeah.
I know myself.
Maybe we should sign up for some
paid group. Anyone got paid group must show us.
Yeah.
So what I do personally, right,
Yeah.
is usually when there's a narrative, like this recent one, right, I'm talking about it in the newsletter this weekend also.
Yeah.
So usually a lot of people are late as well.
Yeah.
So what do? The first pullback, right, they go and long like crazy. Right? So me, right, I stupid also. I go and join.
Okay.
First pullback, right, I join. But problem is they don't sell. I go and sell. I don't care one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, then I try to catch the top lah, but always kind of liquidated.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been doing it that much for recent one because I don't have an FTX account anymore. Yeah, so.
Hey, but can you use Binance already? What? I'm using Binance also.
Can.
Yeah.
But I set a Binance account, but it hasn't been.
Yeah.
I haven't really done anything with it yet. I'm very, very lazy to go and touch it. I don't want to go back to the old days of everyday operation. Now I'm living more of a.
So for me I'm looking at projects that I can interact. I need to fully understand the fundamentals and be comfortable holding it. Then only I will buy lah. Hey guys, thank you all for joining us today. Do let us know which narrative we missed out or should check out. If there's any other tokens that we should check out and do some a little bit more research about, let us know in the comment section below. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.